All right, can you all hear me? Uh, how's it going, everyone? I have just come back from a long day of sleeping, so I'm excited to do some more Next.js with y'all. So, just before we begin, how's everyone doing? Did everyone catch up on YouTube? I know we went a little fast yesterday. It was a lot to cover using Next.js, using ShadCN. It was a lot, and now today we're going to be finishing up the project and using Dfang. There's a lot in store today, and I know it's been a lot. So hopefully everyone was able to catch up. If you weren't able to catch up, that is a-okay, because for the most part, if you just follow along, try to pay a little bit of attention to some of the detail, you should be a-okay, and you should be better off whenever you try Next.js again, as you'll have some of that experience. So thank you. I am Lord Ryan the Third. Let us learn some Next.js. That is right. All right. Um, Once again, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but don't forget to check in at this link right here. Sorry, there's something in my throat. To get your points for the swag. If I recall correctly, the other Ryan, Lord Ryan the First, made an announcement about there won't be any point emails today, but they will be resuming tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully you watched some cool streams after mine yesterday. Hopefully you're earning all the points, getting ready to get that swag. Sign up with that link right there. And yeah, I guess for those that do not know me or wasn't here yesterday, let me introduce myself. So if it shows here, hi y'all, I'm Ryan. I'm also the third Ryan at MLH. So if you see other Ryans with lettuce emojis, those are my alter egos. They're my friendos, and I'm the third one here. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking, mostly in the Southern Texas area. So if you go to Texas hackathons, you've probably seen me before. I am a stark lettuce enjoyer, copying my superior Lord Ryan II, having a 5-minute, 12-second lettuce eating time. So it's a hard time to beat. So following in his shoes, I am also a lettuce enjoyer. So that's why you might see a little bit of the lettuce emojis in our names, in the chat, stuff like that. So yeah, and for those that were here during the COVID days, I'm also part of the blue team. So blue team, best team. Sorry for those on the red team, yellow team. So yeah. All right, and getting into our stuff for today. Yeah, okay. So to briefly recap on everything that we did yesterday, once again, we scaffolded it up, the Next.js project. We also installed and integrated ShadCN UI. And then we began and created this navbar component that follows us around, as well as this project's or the sections component and the items that go inside of it. So we were able to get all of those done yesterday. And for the most part, that actually does most of the work that we need to do. That is, for the most part, the project experience and education section can all be section containers, and all of the items inside of it can be the item containers or the item cards. So for the most part, we got a lot of stuff done yesterday, which was amazing. So let me just real quickly. Yeah. So we have a lot left to do today. We're going to finish up all of our sections, get a background in on here. We're also going to create a footer, get some information populated, get all of the buttons working, do some paging with whenever you click one of those links, you want to get a full description of it. So we're going to do that as well. And then we're going to host it using Dfang in the last 20 minutes. So there is a lot to do to make sure everyone has some time to catch up. We're also going to be taking a 5-minute break from about an hour from now for 5 minutes. So yeah, there's a lot to do today. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, can we add some small spacing between the badges? Yes, I completely agree. I actually noticed that yesterday as we were ending, and it was like the only thing I was looking at as I was ending the stream. The spacing between those badges annoyed me. Where should we submit the Dfang challenge? So I'm not entirely sure about that. I think it's in the email, the point catch-up email that we did not get today and we'll be getting tomorrow. But I forgot. If someone in chat knows, that would be awesome. And Nightcoder, yes. I'll add some gap in between it. So yeah. If there are any of y'all that are experienced with Next.js, I please ask to help out the fellow hackers in the chat, as I will do my best to try to keep up with chat, but I might miss some messages as I try to focus on getting some programming in. So post it on DevPost. Awesome sauce. You know what? I'll also post mine on DevPost. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So yeah. And then how do we watch yesterday's part 1? Thank you. I am glad you asked. I actually have a link right here. I hope. Yes, I think that should be the right link. That's yesterday's video. Hopefully my audio quality also isn't too bad right now. I'm on my MacBook and I'm just setting up my brand new apartment here. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Hopefully there's not too much echo, but yeah. All right, so let's begin. So once again, yesterday we were able to get that section component done, which we have labeled as projects, and we were able to get an item container in. And for this, we have Next.js portfolio. And in my opinion, this looks super fancy. It already looks like the site that we took inspiration from, Product Hunt, with a lot of our own twists to it. So let's go ahead and fix that error that Cold Coder caught earlier and go into item card. We're going to hop into this map here. For those that don't know what map is, it's basically JavaScript's implementation of functional programming, making it to where we have an immutable tag here, tag being a constant that's defined here. And where basically what map does is it goes over everything that's in tags, and we call it tag inside of it. So think of it like when you have a for loop, you have like the int I or let I equal 0. And you have that counter in it, essentially. Or for those that use Python and enumerate, it's like having that counter variable, that enumeration variable. And basically, we're giving it a tag, which is the actual item, so each item in that array, and we're doing something to it. So we're just displaying it here by basically just mapping over it and having a lot of those and changing all of those and putting them inside badges. So think of it like a list, and in each of those lists, you have this tag, which is like a string. And in each of those strings, you are wrapping it in a badge, and that's all that this code is doing. And one of the requirements of using map is that you have this key attribute. The key attribute just needs to be something that that React can use to know what to remove and what to keep. So for this, it's recommended to never use just index. It's always recommended to have something else, and then you can use index if you want. 1 second, let me just hide that. And then can there be a pop-up name of the badges in navbar? Example, home on hovering over home tag. Pop-up name in the badges in navbar. Oh, yeah. So like whenever you click on it, you can filter by the projects. That's really smart. I'm going to put that as a stretch goal for now, just in interest of time, making sure that we can get to all of the important bits. But if we have the time to, I'm more than down to do that. I'm going to add that to the ideation section. So skills, we're also going to have like a filter / search, so you can search by tags. Tooltips are also a nice idea. I'm gonna add that to the bottom. Tooltips, I like that. Anything else, y'all? I'm just gonna fix that as well. All right. Oh, I should put some music. You're so right. Let me do that real quick. I completely forgot about the music. Thanks, y'all. Okay, is this good volume or is it too loud? Let me know. Hopefully this isn't too sleepy. It's perfect. Okay, awesome sauce. All right, so let's go ahead and begin. So once again, first things first, let's go to the item card. In item card, we have this badge. Let's go ahead and add in this container around it, we're gonna add gap 1. What gap 1 essentially is I think the music's too loud, right? I think it got a little louder. More a little bit. Okay, it's a little too loud. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what gap essentially does is when you have this flex box and you have items inside of this box, think of it like a storage container, and then you have a bunch of boxes in the storage container. You have to define the gap in between all of these storage containers, right? If you give it a gap of 1, it's essentially going to be this, what Tailwind does is it's 0.25 REM, Rem being the width of the largest W or M, I forget. I think it's M of the font you're using, and it's going to add that as a space. So we're doing a quarter of one width of a character, of the biggest width character, and we're adding that in between each one of them. So if I go ahead and save this, you'll notice that there's some spacing in between. I'm going to go ahead and give it half a rem. Yeah. Oh, that might be too much. I think 1 rem is actually perfect. And then you can see here, I'm also going to zoom in on this page so everyone can see it better. Ooh, there you go. Hopefully everyone sees it a little bit better. We now have some space in between these. So, oh yeah, and it sent this to a page. Right. Okay. So awesome. We have our projects page done. Let's go ahead and start populating this page with a lot of other data. So we have this section right here that we have labeled as projects. I also, just as a nitpick, I want to change the spacing here. It's a little bit wonky. Reading this right now. How is it being separated? So we're going to go ahead and go to spec element. It's a little bit squunched. Go ahead. Actually, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. It's not the most responsive, but don't think about that. We'll worry about mobile responsiveness in a tiny bit. So we have this section. Okay, so the problem here is that we have an equal amount of spacing for both of them. So that's probably something that we do not want to have. So we can actually use another cool tool. I'm not sure entirely how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do a cool thing called space Y2, no, 4. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. Hopefully everyone can see. We close this, and I'm going to save this. Okay, it adds some spacing. So then I'm just going to remove this. Oh, it's a little bit janky. Don't think about it though. We're going to do padding bottom here as 0, and then we're going to do padding top here as, what's a margin? Never mind. Margin top here as 0. So empty is margin top 0, and then it's not padding. It's going to be margin. So margin bottom is going to be 0 here. And then I think I added the space thing, which makes it a little bit janky. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that again. Okay. All right. I like the spacing in that a lot more. We're going to go ahead and stick with that. Let's go ahead and go to page, and let's use a little bit of Copilot, which, as mentioned yesterday and as taught by Cecilia on the first day of season launch, we're going to use some GitHub Copilot. So it's just going to make another portfolio. Thank you, GitHub Copilot. Let's do something else. What are some projects that we can have? Let's base all the projects off of React frameworks and libraries. So let's do a one thing for those who know solid.js. I just want to be unique here. We're gonna have solid portfolio, awesome sauce. Okay. We're gonna do another one, and we're gonna make it svelte. Okay, I like that as well. Oh, forgot to close that. Go ahead and word wrap it. I think someone taught me yesterday. It's the option C. Okay, it is option C. Awesome. Okay, a little bit hard to read, but easier to see on the screen. We're gonna add another one for React because React is React. Okay, Vue, we love Vue. Angular, oh, but AngularJS ain't a thing anymore. Unfortunate. There's only Angular. Okay. I'm going to fix it to make it more canonically correct. Okay, and then I think that's it for now. So let's see what this all looks like now. Oh, it's not going to have logos. I just realized. Let's get some logos on this. How am I coding this so fast? Oh, so I'm coding this really fast using a extension called GitHub Copilot. For those that couldn't attend the stream hosted by Cecilia earlier, there is a cool tool by GitHub and Microsoft thereof called GitHub Copilot, which is basically an AI programmer. It is an awesome tool. If you attend some hackathons this season, you'll see it at all of the hackathon events. Yes, it is GitHub Copilot. And what it does is like your pair programmer. Think of it as you understand the logic of what you are programming, but you have something monotonous that you don't want to write out manually, right? So you can use GitHub Copilot to write all of that extraneous code that's a little bit annoying to write, and it'll do that all for you. Now, of course, it can also be used for code generation, but I highly recommend against it. Again, it's an AI. AIs can make mistakes, and using this without checking the code first can allow for a lot of vulnerabilities or a lot of mistakes in code that should have otherwise been checked by a human. So VS Code or Copilot is good. Codium is also good. That's what we use at work, actually. Codium is also good. GitHub Copilot is something I've been using, I think, now for 38 months or 28 months. I used it when it first released, so I've been a long advocate of Copilot. It's an awesome tool. It's been getting more and more, picking up more and more steam recently. So yeah, you'll see me be using that to quickly generate some code that would otherwise be really annoying to code manually otherwise. So as you can see here, we have a lot of these images. We probably want to add some of these images. So I'm going to go ahead and Google Solid.js. We're going to get the logo for Solid.js. That is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and save that. We're going to save that into public, and we're going to call it Solid. I think we call it Solid logo. Yeah, Solid.js logo. Awesome. Next, we're going to do Svelte. How many people here have actually used Solid.js, Svelte, React, Vue, or Angular? If you've used any of those frameworks, please type in the chat what you have used. I'm really curious to see what y'all use, what y'all like, don't like, and yeah. Any Svelte people in chat? Give Svelte some love. Vue gang. Okay, I see 2 Vue gangsters. All right. You know, I respect that. React, but I'm beginner at web dev. Hey, that's A-okay. We're all out here to learn. So if you're a beginner, if you're intermediary, if you're at the advanced stage, that's A-okay. The best part about programming is that anyone can learn it. I see some React gangsters for life. I probably shouldn't be saying gangster. We have some React friendos for life. Some Vue friendos. I almost said an acronym. So we're gonna call this React.js logo. Yep. We're gonna add some Vue. Any Svelte people in chat? Any Svelte people? I need some Svelte homies. Give Svelte some love. Dang, I cannot find a good logo. Come on. Okay, I'll just do what they're using. I don't know. I'm gonna do some Svelte justice in chat. So I love Svelte. Come on. Okay, I'll just pick a random logo. It's taking too much time. So we're gonna pick this logo right here. Actually, no, I lied. We're gonna pick this one right here. It's the wrong color, but that's A-okay. No, we're doing this one. Okay. Save image. It's gonna be Svelte logo. Svelte.js logo. We've done React. We've done Vue. Oh, we already have a Svelte one. Okay, never mind. Okay, and then Angular logo. Hopefully this is some downtime for y'all to catch up a little bit. Just an Angular logo. There you go. All right, now that all of those are saved, we can reload this real quick and see that Vue is having a little bit of trouble. Okay, so I think Vue is probably named something else, or I forgot to add Vue. Oops. Vue.js logo. Awesome. I wish they had a little bit more padding on that logo, but that's okay. There's some interesting Vue logos here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we're gonna save this. I'm gonna call it Vue logo, Vue.js logo. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit janky, but don't think too much about it. They're just images. Okay, so we have all of the different logos for all of the different things. It describes a little bit about it. Some of these tags are pretty similar, but I'm just here to show that we have some projects in our portfolio. So now that we have done the first section, let's make a brand new section. And this one is going to be for our experience. So let's say that we've worked some places and we want to show it off to employers that are looking at our page, or we just want to flex a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and project and give it an icon here. So and these children. That's what it is. Okay. So for our icon for experience, we did a folder. No, we did a briefcase. I'm just going to real quickly import briefcase, add that, and let's add some item cards. Okay, item card. We're going to... Okay, so someone name a company in chat. Oh, that is so true. React icon. I probably should get a better icon, do a little bit of justice. I think it's because it's not one-to-one. So I'm going to do this one just to make it one-to-one. I'm going to do React.js logo. That should be a little bit better. Okay. It's a little bit janky, but don't think about it. These increase font size. Okay, we'll do. There you go. Hopefully it's a little bit easier to read. Oh, I'm going to uncomment that thing. Okay, there you go. And then I'm going to remove this as well. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to increase this real quick. Sorry about that. No. Okay, awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to add some experience. So if y'all can just name a random company in chat and name a random position, we can go ahead and add that. And please keep everything code of conduct. Any company ideas in chat? Raytheon. Okay, we're going to get Raytheon in here. Raytheon. Raytheon logo.png. Okay. We got Raytheon in there. Okay. And okay, we probably, for the description, we probably want to do our title. So we're going to do Raytheon. I'm going to do a software engineer for engineer 1. And then the project is going to be Raytheon. Actually, experience/Raytheon. Description. Oh, did we forget tags? Yeah, I think it needs some tags in here. Okay, I'm gonna use tags for like years of experience. I'm gonna do 1 year of experience. So we have tags. It needs to be an object as well. Whoops, rapid code. Okay. We got Raytheon. We have also, if anyone is uncomfortable with any of these logos, let me know and I'll remove them. We're going to do Apple next. Apple. And then, okay, we're going to say that we are a junior analyst. Okay. And then, what is it yelling about? Oh, I forgot how. Oh, LOL. Okay, there you go. Okay, we have Apple analyst, CEO at Amazon. Okay. Just gonna do Amazon logo. It's gonna be Chief Executive Officer, and we'll do like 23 years of experience. And then experience Amazon. I saw Sanrio. What's the position at Sanrio? I'll do software engineer 2 for now. Then I see junior dev at Chipotle. Okay, that should be good enough. Uh, yeah, I'll send links to people that stick around in chat at the very end. I'll go ahead and send everyone the repository link. Just to make sure that people just don't tune out and look for the thing at the end and copy and paste it. Okay, and then I'll say your Genius developer for 1 year. Perfect. Okay, so now we should have, if I Control S here, an experience tab without the logos, of course. Okay, we can fix that. So I'm going to go ahead and I notice here that this does not separate stuff. So I'm going to give it a gap of, let's say, 4. So 1 entire row. There we go. Awesome sauce. And as you all may notice, this navbar does not have a background. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. Navbar needs a background. So we're going to give this a... Oh, it does have a background. I'm so confused. Oh, the Z index. Okay. So another thing is whenever you're developing and you have things overlapping, whenever you have a, let's say, for example, this is using, I think the navbar container is using fixed or sticky, which takes stuff out of something called the page flow. So if you think about it, HTML or XML works as a tree. So those familiar with the tree data structure, sorry, it works like a tree. So whenever you use sticky and you use fixed, it's going to take everything out of this page flow. So things aren't working the way that they are centered to be, or they aren't organized to be. So as you can see here, this navbar is set to be at the very top. And the reason that it is able to overlap is because it's taken out of this page flow and it's put on a different part of it. So because they are both in the same, let's give an example, plane, for those familiar with linear algebra or like animation, it's on the same plane right now. So we have to elevate this plane to make it to where it's not interfering with each other. So I'm going to go ahead and navbar, do a Z10, and hopefully this should fix the issue. Maybe it is a background issue. I think it's a background issue. Let me chat real quick. How did you add spacing between projects and experience? Yeah, so on page, the parent that contains both of these two sections, so if I minimize this real quick, you can see these two sections are encompassed by this main component that was in the original scaffolding whenever we create Next app. And all I did is because we're using Flexbox, I just added gap here. And a gap of 4 is 1 rem, which is 16 pixels. Yes, I'll be posting the full code at the very end to viewers that are still here in chat. To viewers that are not here in chat, whenever I post it, you will not be able to access it. So yes, at the very end, for people that stick around, you'll have access to this code. All right. So the issue is not the Z index. So another issue is taking place here. So it might be the fact that BG primary background does not exist. Okay, that is not it. Let's do BG primary foreground. Okay. If I do dark, there we go. Okay, awesome sauce. So you can see here now that we have our navbar working. Oh, I clicked on it. Come on, come on, come on. Uh-oh. Why are we getting a use context in there? Oh, that's so odd. Uh-oh. Please expand. Go. What is it saying here? Can you say how you fix the navbar once more? I'm kind of confused. Yeah. So originally I named this background right here inside of this navbar component. And the issue was that that's not a real CSS variable, because you can see if I name this background and I hover over it, it's showing nothing. So I'm hovering over it now and it says foreground. And I think this is also one of my extensions. I have a tailwind extension that lets me tell like what's good and what's not. And the reason why I know BG primary foreground and background are not okay is because if I go to theming in the Shadcn documentation, it says down here how they do the naming convention. So we use a simple background and foreground convention for colors. The background variable is used for the background of the color of the component, and the foreground variable is used for the text color. So probably I'm not supposed to be using foreground here, but I think yesterday we tried something different and it didn't work. So I can go ahead and try another janky fix once I am able to fix this issue right now. So I'm going to do a little bit of developer magic called turning it off and on again, and hoping that that fixes everything. Okay, and it's now using port 3001. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to try to use, let's try just removing that in general. Okay, BG primary does not work, as you can see. If I do, yeah. So I don't think BG primary can have a background, but if you do BG secondary, I don't know. I don't think there's background in general. It's kind of odd. Yeah. So we're going to follow the law of doing jank fixes and hope that the jank fixes fix everything. Okay, and then we can notice this weird thing here where what are these pills aren't showing on dark mode. Let's go ahead and go to item card here. And inside of item card, we can change it from maybe instead of outline, what else can we do? Let's try secondary. Oh, secondary doesn't show up there. Dark. Okay, secondary doesn't work here. I think it's following the same background color, that's why. Should default? Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, I think that's fine. I'm just gonna give it an opacity. So I'm gonna give a opacity, let's give it like 50% and see what it looks like. 20. No, it needs like a 75. A little too just yelling at me right now. Okay, I think 60 works, to be honest. Dark mode, okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, awesome. Okay, so because this is variant default, I can just remove the variant tag, not needed. Awesome, and let's go ahead and real quickly get these icons and put them in. So sorry about this boring getting logos in here, but just to make it look pretty, we're gonna do Wraith Neon logo. Once again, if any of these logos offends you or you don't feel comfortable with them, sorry, or term, if you don't feel comfortable with any of these logos, let me know and I will quickly remove them. I know some of these images might be a little bit controversial. Hi, Abu Hanif. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. How is it going? Let's see if this has Apple logo. Do a quick Amazon. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I think I might change it in a second just because it's pretty controversial right now. But yeah, no worries about it. We'll change it in 1 second. Do you want to rename or name another company in the meanwhile? Save as Sanrio logo.png. Meta. Okay, awesome. Meta logo. We'll get Meta's logo. Okay, save as Meta. Sorry. For those that are also unfamiliar, I'm going to drop a quick plug real quick. For those that are unfamiliar, MLH has a program called the MLH Fellowship. It is super competitive, but super, super cool. If you get accepted as a MLH Fellow, you are able to work on open source projects remotely and get paid and work with cool companies like G Research, Meta, companies of that sort. So it's a really cool opportunity for those that have not heard of it, but it is really, really cool. So if you want to work at Meta as a software engineer, as a site reliability engineer, stuff like that, feel free to apply for the MLH Fellowship. It is definitely one of those programs that I wish I took more advantage of whenever I was in university. Well, I still am, but earlier in my career. Amazon logo, because Amazon did not download a... I need to change these file formats. I'm gonna open it in a Finder. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of dragging. Oh. Okay, and we're gonna rename this to, no, not rename, change format. Awesome, Apple. Awesome, I can remove these JPEGs. And then we have our last one is Meta, convert it. Okay, and then that should be all good to go. Okay. Awesome. And there we go. We got all of our experiences in. So if we go back to our checkbox real quick, we can see, use the to-do list. We have completed our project section. We have also added our skills. We have completed our experience section, added our skills, and then I'll get to education in a second, but I'll go ahead and mark that off because that should not be too much of a hassle. So we are a good chunk of the way through, and we're not even at the hour yet. So we're making some good progress. And I guess at the same time, we are done with our navbar. We are done with our item cards, our portfolio section, and yeah, that's half of those components done. So let's go ahead and make our last big section here, and let's name it education. So education is actually going to be, ooh, look at this. Okay, so these icons are actually interfering right now with the Z index. So it has the same Z index right now. So I am going to go ahead. It's going to error out to save something accidentally. But I'm going to go ahead and go to item card. And actually, no, I'm going to go to navbar. I'm going to change this from Z10 to like Z50. Why not? That should hopefully fix it. No, it doesn't. Okay. I'm going to go back into our item cards, and we're going to change the Z index of these cards. So class name, we're going to do a Z10. And that should fix it. Why is it not fixing it? Okay. Let's see what imputed values are. Let's look for Z index. Okay, Z index is 10. But why is it interfering? Oh. I think it's the text that is interfering right now. That's actually really odd. I don't know what the cause of that is. I can go ahead and try to move this Z index from the navbar to this navbar container. Okay, that fixes it. Okay. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know what the exact reason for that part not working is, but oh, it's because the Z index needs to be on the sticky component because this is the part that's getting stuck on the page flow. So if I were to put Z index on this child of the thing that's being taken out of page flow, it's going to raise it in that like, let's think of it like a realm. when you're using like a fixed element or using a sticky element, it's hoisted or taken away from that main page flow, and it's in its own tiny realm. So when you're trying to do z-index on a child of that thing, that other realm, it's going to only change its position in that realm instead of changing it in the entire page. So putting it in navbar container will take it out of the entire page and move that realm higher than everything else. Okay. And there we go. And let's go to education here. And let's add some stuff in education. So let's just do 2 universities. Someone give me 2 different universities real quick. Any universities? Okay, we got a UMass Amherst. That's going to be our bachelor's degree. Someone name our master's degree. Someone help me find the master's degree. And then we get a master's from MIT. Lovely. And then I'm just going to do computer science to make it a little bit make sense. Okay, so item card image is equal to MIT logo. Dang, I wish I went to MIT. It must have been so cool. Okay, let's do UMass Amherst. Fun fact for those that do not know, UMass Amherst is ranked #1 in college food, which is really interesting. So I would love to try some food at UMass Amherst. Let's do MIT logo. Awesome, awesome. Give me a square logo, please. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay, we got MIT logo. And I'm gonna go ahead and change up the song real quick so it's not too boring. Okay. So we got our UMass Amherst. Is that a PNG? Yep, we got our MIT, and that is a PNG. Lovely. So I can go ahead and click save here. Go to our page, and we can see, there we go. We now have our education. So I'm going to do a little bit of fun stuff here, and I'm going to go ahead and also add in, let's say that we, during my undergrad, I got a, what's it called? Minor in data science. And let's also add a club in here to make it a little bit cool. We actually don't need years of experience. We can say president of ACM. And then what did I do at MIT? Majored in number 6, or concentrated in number 6. And then what else? Let's do a hack MIT organizer. Actually, let's not do that. Let's president of Lettuce Club. I'm gonna hyphenate president with it. I actually do not know the name of the song. On my end, it's called Violin 2 X Piano Type Beat Golden. What's it called? Golden Renaissance Trap Type Beat 2024 Jado Styles. Okay. Okay, so we now have our education, and this is looking pretty similar to LinkedIn, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's our 3 main pages done. So now that we got the main stuff out of the way, let's do a little bit more decoration before we get into some nitty-gritty Next.js work of getting all these pages clickable. So actually, okay, I want to take a vote in the chat. We can do 2 things here for these pages. So if I can just get my extensions real quick. Where is it? Okay, there we go. We can either make it to where when you click this icon over here, this chevron icon, we can make it to where it turns to a downward chevron and it displays all of your information down below. Oh, my mouse. Oops. It displays all of your information below it, or we can make it to when you click it, it goes to a new page, and it's going to be like, what is it? We can make it like local host slash or like me.com/project/Next.js. What do y'all think? We can either make it a brand new page or we can do that. Actually, let's make it a new page. Let's make it a new page for now. Because I think we can do some cool Next.js tricks with it. So let me just turn this off. Please, where is it? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Oh, I didn't see it. Cool, so are you gonna UMass? That's pretty cool. The food's overrated for real? Bro, the food at all the universities in my city right now, like all the universities don't have that great food. It's unfortunate. So yeah, I envy good food from the local dining hall. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to this next part. So let's add information about us. So I'm gonna go ahead and do something pretty interesting here. I'm gonna make this main section right here our main card. So I'm gonna give this a background. I'm gonna make it BG primary foreground. So I want it to be darker. I want it darker. Actually, we can do that, and we can do BG opacity like 20. But it's only going to display in between BG primary. Is it too light? It's only going to be in between these two. I can't see it. TBH. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, never mind. For now, we make this BG red 500 so we can see it. Okay, so it's taking up the entire thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap everything inside of this in another div. Okay, and then also for those that see me do like that formatting thing, I'm using a hotkey. On Mac, it is I think it's Option Shift F. So for this section is where we're gonna add our what did we call it? Curiosity. We called it a about me. So I'm gonna make a new component called about me here. So let's go ahead and make that. So let's make, what should I call it? I'll put in navigation. So we're gonna make it, I'm gonna call it headers. Headers, and we're gonna name this one about me.tsx. And I'm gonna use tsrfc to get that scaffolding up. Once again, for those that would for those that would prefer an arrow function, I do not prefer arrow functions for component like titles. It's just harder to read sometimes. In my opinion, it's a lot easier to read function up here than it is to read an arrow function. And it also doesn't save any time to have an arrow function there. So there's no purpose in my opinion, but that's my hot take. So we're gonna add an about section and let's get some information here. So what information do we need in an about section or header? We're gonna want, let's think about it like a resume. We're gonna have a role, and that's gonna be a string. So like software engineer, for example, we're gonna do an avail, and that available is going to be, we're actually gonna make this a available, unavailable, and then we're also going to have a open. Or open to, or let's just say open, that's going to be open to opportunities essentially. Okay, we have our availability, then we want to have our location. Let's say we want an email. Let's say we want, let's not do phone number. Let's do our name. Name is pretty important. And then let's do current. We're going to name this our current company, and it's going to be an object that's going to take in a name, of string, a role, and a duration. So we're going to have all three of these, or all of those. So we're going to have name, role, availability, location, email, and current company. All right, so we have a lot of stuff to do here. So I'm thinking right now, we're gonna title this somewhat like LinkedIn. So, okay, let's do it like LinkedIn a little bit, take some inspiration from them. The thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this a full width and a full height. So with full height, full, next we want to be flex box. I'm gonna do a justify. We're gonna do a justify center and an item center. I also want this to be a column, so I'm gonna do flex column here. And let's have like a gap of 4. Okay, and then I'm thinking of having a few sections here. First, we're gonna have a section that is for our this can be for our role and availability. Kind a little bit like LinkedIn, where it's all in the top left, but I'm moving it up to the card. Then we're gonna have a me section. The me section is gonna be the name, location, the role, the current company. And then we're also gonna need a screenshot. So like, what do it look like? So I'm gonna do image string. I could also, again, put this all in an object, but I'm a little bit lazy right now, so we're gonna keep it like this. We're gonna do current, it's not the best practice, but don't think about it too much. We're gonna do image, and that's gonna be that section, and then we're gonna have one last section that's gonna be for, we're gonna do a resume button. Resume, and then a contact me. Or email me. It's gonna be email, right? So we also need a resume. So I'm gonna go ahead and do resume, and that's gonna be a string. That's gonna be an href to where we're going to. Okay, let me check chat. I haven't checked it in time. Oh, no check message. Awesome. Okay. So for role and availability, let's go ahead and do a class name, and I'm gonna make this on the opposite side. So I'm gonna do with full, and then I want it to go opposite, so flex, justify between. Between means that all of the spacing is gonna be in between each of the components. And then item center, of course. And then for role and availability, we can go ahead and just do, let's do an icon. Let's do a, what's a cool icon with a loose side? Oh my gosh, I'm liking. Work icon. Okay, let's do a globe. Why not? So we're gonna do a globe icon. I'm gonna copy that as SVG. put that here, make it look fancy. So I'm actually grabbing the div first. I'm going to do the role here, add a globe, and then I'm going to do the role. So this is going to be role, your class name, inline flex. We're going to do a gap of 2, justify center, ID center, and import this globe here. Awesome. And then while we have this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and add it here. Let's go add the about me. One autofill. There we go. And then this is gonna give me a lot of errors. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all the missing attributes. Add missing attributes. There we go. I'm gonna say my name is Ryan Lawlive. My role is a software engineer. My status right now is, let's say, it should be called looking to work. I'll do open. Yeah, we do open here. I don't think I need all of these things, right? I don't need braces. Remove those braces for now. Location, I'm going to be in, I'm just going to say Texas for now. My email for those that want to contact me is going to be contact@ryanlawler.com. My image is going to be, sorry for this narc. I'm going to go ahead and use my image on here real quick. Copy image address. And then I'm going to go to my resume. I'm also going to use my website link. Use it as my resume. And then my current company is, I'm going to say MLH, so I don't reveal myself. My role is a coach, and my duration is, let's say, I've been here for half a year now. Okay. There we go. So that's all of my information. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that. I'm going to go back to the About Me section and now test and see what it looks like. So, okay, we do not have a card background just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take this section and I'm going to copy some of this stuff here. So background secondary. Actually, no, I don't think we need a background. No, we do. Okay, let's do BG primary. Now what's secondary? Oh yeah, let's do. Wait, secondary? Is that by itself? These are the same. Okay, and then we're gonna do BG opacity. Let's do like 20. No, actually, I don't want a background for now. Okay, I'll show you all why I don't want a background for now. I have a design idea. I'm trying to get these parts correct first. So I'm going to give these a text small. And then I'm going to give this a, let's see if Copilot can help me. I think it's height. Height is equal to, let's say 12, and the width 12, or is it scale? I think it's scale, and I can just do like 0.75. Okay, we're gonna look on the documentation, LOL. If we go to icons, we can click one of them. Oh, it's size, that's what it is. Okay, size. Oh, it's so small, that's so funny. Size 24. That's too big. We're gonna do 16. I'm gonna do 18. I'm gonna give it a smaller gap of 1. Okay, I'm a software engineer, and then our second thing is that this is gonna be our availability. So Sure, let's try that. I think it's missing a closing tag. Okay, so we have whatever our status is, and I'm also gonna add a color to it. But yeah, that should be fine actually. It is a little bit right with what I should be doing, but I'm gonna be a little bit annoying about it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it that way. We're gonna add a badge in here from our UI badge. And then I'm going to change this to add slide components. And then in this badge, I'm going to close that. Put it here. And then I think I can give this a class name. So for those that were here at the first stream, don't forget that CN is a way to basically like conditionally ensure that conditional stylings are showed. A lot of words there, but if you're familiar, look up CLSX and Tailwind merge. So I'm gonna do some conditional styling here. If availability is equal to available, then I am going to make it EG. Let's say EG green. I'm trying to think right now. EG green 500. And then we're going to do a text green 200. And then I'm going to see if Cobalt can finish the rest for me here. What's saying that? Oh, it messed it up. Okay. It needs to be in else. And then if else, if it's open, it's going to be yellow. Else, it's going to be red. Okay, there we go. So there we go. We have open to opportunities now. We got our software engineer status, and then we're going to give our name stuff. And once we finish this card, we're going to go ahead and take our 5-minute break. Okay, so let's go ahead and say I'm, or hello, I'm name. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in the paragraph. Or no, I'm going to put this in the H1 tag. And then for apostrophes, I'm going to like APOS. So I'm Ryan. Okay. Or yeah, I'm my name. And then I can say that I am a, let's do current, let's do, yeah, what is it? Current company, if that exists, it should. I don't know, that should always be there. Current company.role at current company.name for that many years. Perfect. Actually, what we're going to do first is we're also going to say that we are a role, and then we're going to add a currently at. Currently, okay, perfect. And then we're going to just do a paragraph tag for this, a paragraph tag for this, and see what that looks like. Awesome. And then I'm going to move the stuff to be at the start instead. Oh, wrong one, because this is column. It's going to be items instead. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and make this text 2 extra large. I'm gonna also do a font bold. Make it even larger. Let's do 6XL. That's way too big, LOL. Now let's do 3. And then it should also be width full flex. I'm going to do a justify between item center, and I'm also going to wrap this up. And the reason why I'm wrapping this is I also want to put my image, but I want to put it on the right side of the screen. So I'm going to have to separate these two and put this inside of a column essentially. So class name is going to be flex justify center item start, and then we're also going to do a flex column. It should remain the same on the right side here, which it does. So then the second part, I can put my image. So I'm going to just do an image. And I need to add image in here. Okay, awesome. And then also, I just realized I want to add some margin on the x-axis. I think in general, there'll be some margin too. It looks pretty nice. No, padding too, sorry. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better. Low-key, even some padding X, like 4. Okay, that looks a lot better. Really, really nice. I'm also going to add some spacing in between these. So let's do a space Y4. And for our last part, let's do a resume button. I'm going to use some GHW buttons over here. Let's change this to @/components. It really doesn't matter to change it to @/components. I just prefer it that way. And then the button it should be that, and then it should also have a mail too. So let's make this a string template. We're gonna do mail to. Right, how do you do mail to? Okay, that's right. Oh, it needs to be a link. Okay, so all we do is we just wrap this button in a link. And that's also going to be from next link, not from this side components. So we add that, give this the href. I'm going to format this real quick. Actually, that made it look really ugly. I'm going to new line that, put that back. Okay, and now this email me button should work. I am also going to give it a component, an icon. And then this is going to be a mail. Class name, flex, justify center, item center, gap 1. And then this mail icon is a bit too big, so I'm going to give it a size of 16. I'm at 18. Okay, we have an email me button. Let's make a resume button. Let's do resume button. Come on, Cobalt, you got it. There we go. Let's see if it works. It should not be mail. Let's do if they have like a PDF or a document icon. Okay, let's do file. Where's the icon? It's file. I save it, it should reload. Okay, there we go. And then last thing to do is, oh, this is all in the same link. Let's fix that. Oh, but this doesn't do anything. Okay, let's do the link thing again. Let's put that down there. Okay, and then, yeah, that should be correct. And I'm gonna do a quick styling here. We're gonna make this a flexbox, justify center, item center, and then we're just gonna give it a gap of 2. That should align it there. There we go. And now just to make sure that we have some padding available, I'm gonna give this a margin bottom of like 4. Okay, and now for the grand reveal to see if this all works here. Where is it? This BG red, I'm gonna change this and remove it. And this div right here, we're gonna give it a class name of, it's gonna be BG primary foreground, BG opacity 50, and then I'm gonna give it a padding of 2. Let's change from 50 to 20. And then let's give it like a rounded to cell. Let's just do one Excel. Okay, and then let's this. Can't tell if that's working or not. Okay, it's just, okay, BG opacity is not working for some reason. So in the end, I don't know if y'all can see it, but there should be a subtle color difference here. Can see a full screenshot of the portfolio once we're done. Yeah. Can we change the color here? Dark. Oh, look at that. That is pretty. That is pretty nice. I don't know about y'all, but that's nice. And of course, if you wanted to be a little bit extra, you can start adding like hyperlinks when you click on this, or like show the logo of the company, stuff like that. But for now, in just the time, you might not have enough time to do that, but that looks pretty sick. Okay. We also, though, because we have removed this gap, we have to reinstate this gap. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this from here. I'm going to put that right here. I'm going to copy all of this and undo that. And I'm going to put that here. Okay, flex. Width should be full. Okay, and then that should be right. There we go. Okay, look at that. That is pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. And then I'm also gonna give this a margin Y of like 4 or 8. Right? Oh, we patterns. Okay, now we have like the bottom bit here now. Okay. Thick. This looks pretty good so far. Awesome. Let's check our to-do list. Okay, we finished the, this is also stretchable. We finished the landing page, added our contact information. I'm gonna say the footer is also going to be a stretchable. Same with tooltips. just so we can focus on paging first. Finish that, finish that. Oh, not yet. Okay, there we go. Awesome. And now all we have left to do for this stream is to get our MVP is to get the pages working. So when you click on this, it's populated based on these components, as well as getting all of these things linked up and then hosted on Defang, hosted using Defang. There you go. Okay, and I want to real quickly check why there's this big space here. I don't like this space at all. Oh, why is it on mobile? Okay. Oh, it's the padding, LOL. I need to fix that. Where is it? Where'd you go? Let's do padding X. Okay. Lovely. We got this full card working. I'm going to quickly, before we take our 5-minute break, I'm going to try to fix the spacing right here because it's a little bit wonky. Uh-oh. It's being glitchy right now. That's so odd. Oh, it's this PY8 thing. Okay. That's kind of odd. Okay. For now, we're going to keep it like this. This is going to be what we have so far, and we're going to be taking a 5-minute break. So we're going to be back at 24 or 54, depending on your time zone. So, yep. All right, I'll see y'all back in 5. Yo, how's it going, everyone? We're back to finish out this workshop with the last 35 minutes we have. So I'm going to change the music real quick. All right. So after a little bit of thinking while I got some water, I just realized that there's probably a more efficient way of loading data for all of this. So we're going to real quickly go through a few task list items. So first, we're going to fix all of these different, the music a little bit loud. Give me 1 second. We are going to link up all of these buttons on our navbar. Then we're going to move everything into our JSON format, so we can just import from there. We're going to work on pages, and then in the last 15 minutes, we're going to work on getting everything deployed using Dpang. So I hope that sounds good to y'all. So we'll begin right now. So in the interest of time, I'm going to be zooming through this to get everything working to a product to show. So first things up is we have all of these different links, and they link to the hashtag. So we're going to do hashtag home, hashtag projects. We're going to have hashtag experience, hashtag education. And then we're not going to have a contact us section just yet. We have our mode toggle, and then we have the hire me button, which should be when clicked. Let's do a link tag. Okay, let's do this link tag right here. I'm gonna have an href to, what do you want to call it? We're just gonna give it here, and I will come back to this in a second. Okay, so to get all of this working, we need to give some IDs to everything. So this section component, what we can do in the section component is we can also give it an ID, and this ID is just going to be title to lowercase. So now whenever we click on all of these, it should send us to the appropriate sections. It should, but it's not. What? Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of inspect elementing and seeing why JavaScript is refusing to work. So you can see this div right here does not have an ID. That is why. Why does that div not have an ID? That's so odd. We're giving an ID right now. Oh, okay, we just had to reload the page. There we go. All right, so now whenever we click on all these sections, it takes us to our experiences. Sorry. Yep, there we go. So that is working right there. We have the navbar linked. Okay. Now let's work on getting our JSON here. So inside of lib, I'm gonna make a new file called data.json. This data.json is going to be where all of our data is. So we're going to real quickly go through all of our pages and start putting that information in. So I am going to copy this. Actually, we're going to name it. I'm sorry, y'all, my coughing. Okay, we're going to name it data.js actually. And so we're just going to be an export const data is equal to I'm gonna mute real quick, sorry y'all. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna give it some data. So we're gonna do, our name is going to be my name. We're gonna have our role is our role. We're going to have our availability is our availability. Our location is going to be our location. email is email. Our image is going to be our image. So that right there looks good. We're also going to give ourselves a resume link. So our resume is this right here. Our current company. Okay, we can do some magic here. We can actually name this experiences or experience. We can do an education, and then we can do a, oh, this should be an array actually, with a object inside of it. Okay, and this education is also going to be an array. Okay, and then we also need a projects page. So we're going to also add projects, which is going to, again, be an array of objects. I'm going to fix this real quick. There you go. Okay. So we're going to put all of our experiences here. So now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and go to these and start copying them over. Oh, this is minimized. That's why. Okay. This is going to be a little bit annoying, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I am going to, oh, that's the wrong keybind. Okay. We're going to go to Copilot, and then we're going to do called start an editor. And we're just going to say, convert this to the following format in experience. Okay. Actually, it's not just ready yet. I need to add the rest of the stuff. So we're going to have image, title, description, tags. Image, title, description, tags, and then href. Okay. So we're going to have role. Oh, because that's projects. That's why. The full code will be on GitHub for people who are here by the end of the stream. They will get access to it. Okay, sorry. This is supposed to be for experiences. So experiences is different. Experiences is going to be the image. What is that? Okay, sure. Okay, that's going to be MLH. We have that. Then we have, actually, I'm just going to, yeah. That. Then we have our role. Then we have tags is equal to 1 year of experience, or 0.5 year of experience. And then href is going to be equal to experience / MLH. Okay. There we go. And hopefully if I check this real quick, under experience, it should be the same thing. Meta logo, meta software engineer 1. Okay. I could have just done this, LOL. Okay. Let me just check it. So we have image that is done. This is going to be MLH logo.png. We're going to have our title. We don't have a description here. Okay. We have a role, years of experience, href, and duration. Okay, and then that should be pretty much everything here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy all of these and ask Copilot to convert this. So right click, Copilot, an editor, please convert the following to the format seen in this. All right, we're gonna accept that. We have our experiences done. We now have education, and education is just going to be the same thing. So we're gonna do education. Education, we're gonna use item cards here. Oh, geez, will we have enough time is the question. Okay. I'm just gonna actually do this manually because it's gonna be faster. Please equal with. Okay, we have title, we have a description, we have tags, and then these all need commas. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now we have our education in. Let's go. Okay, so lastly are our projects, which is going to be a lot harder. Now it's Copilot. Please integrate the following information. Okay, there we go. And we have everything now in JSON format. Let's go. Okay, so now that we're going to save that, we're going to now integrate everything into here. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start using our lovely map. So we're going to do an import data from data. We're also going to do an export default. Oh, well, I don't know what that means. Okay, we're just going to do it like this then. All right. Okay, now that we have data, /lib/data, data. Okay, there we go. We're going to do data.map. And hello, Richard Henry. How's it going? We are quickly finishing up this project. Oh, it's not data. It's going to be data.projects. Okay, lovely. Everything's still. Oh, wait, we have the old stuff still. That's why. All right, we're going to remove that. Do the same thing here. Data.experience.map, and then we're going to add that there. And then we're going to remove all these item cards. I'm going to add our last one here. All right, and then that should be that. I'm gonna format that, remove all the old data. Now, everything should remain the same, except with MLH now, which we should get MLH logo. Fix that. There it is. We're gonna just copy this MLH logo. We're gonna call it MLH logo dot, yeah, MLH logo. Reload this now, it should work. Uh-oh, why is it doing that again? Okay, I'm gonna restart the server. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, Richard Henry. I was a little too focused on the code, but that's nice to hear that you're doing well. We are almost finished with this. Very, very close. Just trying to finish all of this integration. We might not get the final bit of this where we're able to get all the individual pages working, but I'll see if I can squeeze it in barely to finish hooking everything up. So we have our projects. Where's our experience though? It's going to be mlhlogo.png. We have mlhlogo.jpg. That's why. And then I'm just going to omit the description and put coach for now. There we go. And now we have all of that. And now let's do a little bit more fancy stuff and let's go to the About Me section. Also do a quick import data from @/lib/data. And with this data, we can start populating all of this information. So actually, we're going to put this to where this is implemented. So we can just control click About Me. We can go to page. And where that's imported, we also have that. So we can just real quickly fix this as well. Okay, it's going to be data.experience0. Okay, data.availability is not real. As available, unavailable, then open. That should really be a type, but we don't have too much time. I'm just going to go ahead and save that and ignore those type errors. Type errors cannot hurt us if we do not let us hurt us in the beginning. I'm going to make it title instead. Where is it? Dot title. Oh, it should still be name. Okay, there we go. Sticks and stones should no longer hurt this anymore. Awesome. Okay, so we now have everything populating from this JSON file. Last thing is this navbar is kind of static, so we're also going to do a quick import data from libdata. Then we can do this link to be data.resume. Now that links to our resume. And then where is it? And then About Me, just to make sure, just do those link to the right place. Email. Resume should not be linked to email. This should instead link to what do you call it? Data.resume. And then we're going to do a quick import data from @lib. Okay, and let's remove resume. Oh, resume is there. Okay, never mind. I don't need to do that. This can just be resume. And then add resume here. Okay, there we go. Now everything is officially populating from our JSON file. So that is lovely. So I'm going to real quickly see if I can somehow fit in here, getting all of these individual pages working. Let me think about how to do that first. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do inside of the app router. Oh, I really don't think we have time for it, though. No, we don't really have time for it. Unfortunately, we probably won't be able to get to the part where we add a page for each of these experiences, projects, and educations. If I had 20 minutes more, I could probably get it done, but there is unfortunately not enough time to get everything working. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip to our last final section, and we are going to work on deploying this using Defang. And Richard Henry, I am currently just doing a workshop on how to build a portfolio using Next.js. Yeah, okay. So for Defang, for those that are unfamiliar and couldn't catch the day one season launch stream, Defang is a really, really, really cool tool that helps practition. Like it's basically an easier practitioner or like helper, right? So it basically hooks on your Docker Compose. So it uses the Docker Compose spec, and you can basically deploy very, very easily. And they have their own sandbox that lets you deploy pretty quickly. So I have gone ahead and already brew installed Defang Labs because I am on a Mac. So all I have to do is Defang generate. So what I'm going to do is Defang generate is how you generate your project, but we scaffolded using a different tool. So I'm going to Defang generate essentially a different project for now. I'm going to copy what we need from that, and I'm going to move it here, and then we're going to do, I think it is Defang compose up, and that should host everything for us. So yeah, so I'm just going to cd out of this folder in this new terminal. You can see that all we have is that Next.js portfolio, and I'm going to do Defang generate. From Defang generate, I can select that we're using Node.js, then we are using Next.js, and then we would like to create a folder called Next.js. And then I confirm and I agree to the terms of service. All right, and now what I can do is I can do a quick code insiders and open up this folder. Yeah, if you go to defang.io, defang.io is the link to go to. Yeah, so you can see right here we have Next.js, and this is their scaffolding. So in reality, all I really need is all of the Docker stuff. So I'm going to delete everything that is not a Docker file and keep that. And then it has a deploy YAML. Okay, so real quickly, I'm going to edit it for our project while it's still in this different project. You can see that this GitHub action workflow is just picking our branches, deploy. It's going to be using Ubuntu, to install Defang, log into Defang, and deploy. Okay, that's perfect. Docker ignore. Our Docker file is using node20. It's our working directory is going to be the app directory. We have our package.json. We're going to install the dependencies. It's going to run. It's going to be npm run build, and it's going to expose at 3000 port. And this is to start the app. So in our compose file, which is the main part of it, our context file is actually not going to be. It's not going to be web. We can. We could do that though. I'm going to do something a little bit interesting here, and I'm going to say, let's try just exposing the current context. I don't know if it's a dot or a dot slash, so we'll try that. Let's say that we're going to put this in the main file and not wrap it around. So we are going to deploy with all these other basic stuff, and that should be good to go. So I'm going to copy over all of these into our main file. So let's move this .github file, move that over. Let's get this compose into the portfolio site. And let's go ahead and move these other Docker files in here. And I haven't tested this before. This is my first time also using dfang. So let's see how easy it is. So let's go ahead. I'm actually really, really excited. So let's do, I think it's dfang compose, but I'm in the wrong terminal right now. So I'm going to ls, I'm going to cd to next port o, I'm going to cd into Next.js portfolio, and then I'm going to dfang compose. Let's see if that works. Please log in to continue. Okay, so I'm going to open this in the browser. I am authorizing dfang labs to use my GitHub, and there you go. And now I can say I agree to use the service. Okay, it's giving me a lot of different things. Okay, this is a little bit interesting. Please log in, you continue. Okay, service web ingress port without health check default. Okay, maybe it does need that web. Do I have web anywhere? Oh, that's why, that's why. Okay, so I really do need to wrap everything in web. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this using a, where is it? I'm going to rebuild this in Finder. And I'm going to work on it in here. So I think at the beginning, it was the, should be the compose.yaml that was exposed. Should work on it in here. So we're going to make a new file called web, no, folder called web. A new folder called web. We're going to move all of this inside of it. Okay, and we're just in here, and we're also going to wait, did we move it out? Oh, we moved it outside on accident. Okay. I'm going to move that back into the next portfolio. Okay, I'm going to move node modules back into web. And this should have everything normal. So if I do the same command again, okay, I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful here. This is already super simple. Okay, I'll agree and sign in to GitHub. Okay. I agreed though. Come on. There we go. Okay. And it gives it a status. That's so cool. And a domain name. Okay, so it's currently loading. And I'm going to check real quick while this is loading. Are there any other streams after me today? I want to touch on the schedule. Oh, there it is. Okay, and oh yeah, there is a stream directly after me, so I will not be able to go too far over. I am excited for this stream though. New Fall is doing it too. Okay, so it is currently building it right now. Come on. I hope you all are as excited as I am. Okay, those are just warnings. Warnings and stones don't break my bones. Only errors do. Come on. Don't give me a type error in this either. Come on. I'm really hopeful. I really want this to work. It would be so cool. And it worked. Okay, let's try it. Okay, the sizing is a bit weird, but if you ignore the fact that I forgot to test it on this size, probably, it works. I have my resume, albeit a bit janky, but just like that, you can use Dfang to deploy in literally like that was I think 5 minutes. I allotted 15 minutes for this, but that was just 5. So yeah, just like that, I've deployed everything. So as we wrap up the stream, of course, this isn't a perfect product. We are not fully done here. I would love to fix this sizing because the sizing is a little bit janky. I would love to get the clickables so you can click on this and view the page. It's so simple, but I just need 20 more minutes to finish it up. But for the most part, this is a portfolio. I might like honestly switch to this soon because it's pretty nice. So in the remaining 3 minutes that we have, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try to fix this. Otherwise, it's going to annoy me. Where's that other thing? Oh my gosh. Why is that so laggy? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and edit this real quick. We're gonna go to web, we're gonna go to source, we're gonna go to components, we're going to go, actually I think it's in page. So we're gonna go to app and then page. I'm gonna minimize this right here. And I think what is causing this is okay, what do we do in layout? It's a max width of what? Max width large. Okay, let's use that inside of page. So if I go ahead and put that in this one, I think it is this one. We get a max width large, okay? If I now redeploy this, which I think I just have to redo that command, it should fix that width issue. So yeah, as you can see, the entire portfolio page is pretty close to finish. I am going to, as mentioned earlier, deploy this to GitHub. And for those that are here, I'll share the link right now. For those that can't make it, I'm sorry and it's unfortunate, but yeah, thank you all for joining me for this. I asked that, actually, I am going to put a license on this before I publicize this, but it will be under MIT license, so everyone can use it. Just keep that license there. If you do decide to use this for a submission for Global Hack Week, you have to keep that license there. Otherwise, it is plagiarism and you're copying the code. You can go ahead and also append your own MIT license on top of that. And that is perfectly fine and perfectly legal. But yeah, thank you all for it. I'm going to go ahead and commit this real quick. This is going to be a knit commit. And I'll go ahead and share the GitHub link to y'all as we wrap up the final minutes. All right. Oh, there is a license already. Okay. Yeah, so here's the link. For y'all that want to view the code, there is my code. I'm going to also retroactively add all my other workshops like Next.js, Cookie Clicker, and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys like this, feel free to star this GitHub repository. Get me some stars on this. But yeah, hope you all enjoy. All right. And yeah, please attend New Fall stream. So see y'all.